You have HIV, huh, Kyle? Guess it isn't so funny now, is it?
10. Voting and social pressure. Paralleling the 2004 U.S. presidential election, South Park Elementary is given two options for their new mascot, a giant douche or a turd sandwich. Cartman is for Team Turd, Kyle is a douchebacker, and Stan could not care less.
Did you just say that voting is ridiculous?
No, I think voting is great, but if I have to choose between a douche and a turd, I just don't see the point.
Although he's pressured by the whole town, not to mention P. Diddy, Stan refuses to vote and is banished as a result.
Dad, isn't this a little extreme?
Jesus. I guess maybe you'll never understand how important voting is. Goodbye, son.
As over-the-top as this sounds, the episode is eerily relatable. Even when neither candidate is ideal, both sides of the political spectrum can become aggressive about securing votes.
Turd sandwich brings the hope for change. A vote for turd sandwich is a vote for tomorrow.
The episode hilariously and honestly explores vote shaming, which has only grown more common in the social media era. Ultimately, Stan casts his ballot, realizing that most elections boil down to a douche or turd. Number 9. Whaling. Following a traumatic birthday at an aquarium, Stan becomes committed to saving the whales and dolphins.
But hey, at least you still got your t-shirt.
The episode revolves around whaling in Japan, which remains a heavily protested practice even to this date. Of course, the episode is also an excuse to take shots at Whale Wars host Paul Watson, whose anti-whaling tactics are depicted as ineffective.
You guys ready? Ready? And throw the stinky butter at them! Ha ha, you stink now!
Despite this savage roast, Watson was supposedly happy that the episode shined a spotlight on the issue. In the end, the boys steer the Japanese government away from sea life, inspiring them to instead target barnyard animals.
Chicken and a cow? Chicken and a cow?
Although the episode doesn't offer a realistic solution to whaling, at the very least, it helped bring the subject to the attention of a wider audience, while also bringing the laughs. Number 8. ICE detention centers. Even before U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement was formed in 2003, immigration detention was a major talking point. Opinions surrounding the issue became especially heated with the election of President Donald Trump, whose zero-tolerance policy has resulted in numerous children being separated from their families.
So anyone can make an anonymous tip and you can round up families and send them away? Nobody told me about this. I thought everything sucked now. Do you have a card?
Cartman being, well, Cartman, sees this as ample opportunity to get rid of Kyle.
That's so sweet.
You guys take the parents, we'll take the kids.
ICE quickly realizes that Kyle sticks out like a sore thumb, and his Jewish heritage doesn't help their image. Yet that doesn't stop them from picking up Cartman later on.
Jimmy pissed me off because he told the teacher I was texting in class, so I told Jimmy I'd have him sent to a migrant detention center. He didn't believe me, so I said, I already did it to Cal, and Stan heard that and got pissed off and had me sent to a migrant detention center.
The episode depicts ICE as an incompetent agency that cares more about saving their own skin than the psychological ramifications detention centers have on children.
Mexican Joker, I just want you to remember that I helped you. Jeff Corrigan. Remember, Jeff was your buddy. Now come on, let's go, Mexican Joker.
Number 7. Controversial flags. Now more than ever, displaying the Confederate flag is bound to result in a passionate debate.
Oh, Jesus Christ, not this again.
This isn't anything new, however. Even back in the year 2000, South Park was parodying flag controversy in this episode. Chef insists that the South Park town flag be changed due to its offensive imagery.
How can a black man not be bothered by it?
Jimbo, meanwhile, feels that the flag is a part of the town's history and therefore should be preserved. The episode wisely doesn't vilify Chef or Jimbo, exploring the argument from both of their perspectives. In the end, they find a way to make both sides happy. The flag is changed to be more diverse, although it retains elements of the original design. 20 years after this episode aired, people still aren't any closer to reaching a compromise.
Wait, I don't get it. Oh, see? There's people of all colors. And they added a black guy as one of the hangers too, so it's not racist.
Hooray!
I have to admit it, that is a lot nicer.
Number 6. The treatment of Amazon workers. Few things are more satisfying than walking out onto your front doorstep to find a new Amazon package. Although it's the ultimate convenience for the consumer, many of the employees responsible for shipping and delivering those packages have expressed dissatisfaction with their working conditions. In this two-parter, an Amazon fulfillment center is set up in South Park. When one worker suffers a particularly bizarre accident, a strike erupts.
Can you get out of the box? No, my organs have been compacted, so if the box opens, I spill out and die.
Earlier that year, some called for an Amazon Prime Day boycott, and the Stop Bezos Act was initiated.
Perhaps You should no longer be a Prime member.
Portraying founder Jeff Bezos as an all-knowing overlord, the episodes also touch upon how the retail giant has overshadowed smaller businesses.
Please? You are the only customers we've had the pleasure of assisting since the fulfillment center opened.
Hold on a minute. You all stay here because you want to work?
It is our purpose.
In the end, the episodes demonstrate how instant gratification doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be left fulfilled in the long run. Number 5, COVID-19.
Hey, do you people mind? You're supposed to wear your mask over your nose? It looks like you're wearing a diaper for your chin. Chin diapers don't help.
It was only a matter of time before South Park covered the coronavirus, and they did not hold back. The show's first ever television special takes a look at how the pandemic has affected the citizens of South Park. For the most part, the episode is an accurate portrayal of the virus's impact on society.
I see Thomas Turner out there. Thomas opened a restaurant in Soda Sopa. Doesn't seem like such a good idea now, does it, Turner?
From its effects on small businesses to the dilemmas it's caused with reopening schools, the special covers quite a lot of ground. However, being that it is South Park, it also takes time to ridicule the situation as a whole, notably poking fun at the habits we've adopted since the pandemic's inception.
Yeah, that's good social distancing. Real good.
In the end, the special hilariously emphasizes that COVID-19 is changing the way we live our lives, and likely isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Just thank God for your pandemic special. Thank God. It's a great special, it really is.
Number 4, global warming.
Stan?
Oh, hey, Dad.
Hello. It's, getting late, boys. Why don't you get in the car and I'll drive you all home?
Climate change isn't going away overnight, hence why it remains a recurring theme in South Park. Granted, South Park hasn't always taken climate change very seriously, or should we say, serially.
Look, you boys have a chance to help me find and kill Man-Bear Pig once and for all. I'm totally serial.
In a Season 9 episode parodying the response to Hurricane Katrina, shots were also fired at the day after tomorrow and its take on global warming. The following season, Al Gore tries to warn everybody about a creature called Man-Bear Pig, an obvious allegory for climate change.
Man-Bear Pig?
It is a creature which roams the earth alone. It is half man, half bear, and half pig.
Although it seems that Man-Bear Pig is imaginary, his existence is confirmed by Season 22.
That's it. That's what I saw. I saw a Man-Bear Pig.
The two-parter leaves us with a grim message. Climate change is real, it may be too late to reverse the damage, and most people would rather ignore the problem than make a small sacrifice.
I tried to warn you all, but no one took me serial. You all just made fun of me, didn't you?
Number 3, steroids.
Steroids?
From Stan's stint as a guitar hero to Cartman's fried chicken operation, drug use has been parodied in a number of South Park episodes. One of the most effective examples occurred in Season 8, when Jimmy entered the Special Olympics. To give himself a competitive edge, Jimmy turns to steroids.
Look, it's really none of your beeswax, Timmy. Timmy! Because maybe I don't have what it takes to win without them.
Despite Timmy's qualms, Jimmy continually justifies his actions, arguing that most athletes do this sort of thing anyway. Although his performance is enhanced, the steroids take a drastic toll on Jimmy's personality and relationships. South Park may be a comedy, but this episode at certain points gets surprisingly dramatic and downright uncomfortable. Fortunately, Jimmy learns his lesson by the end, thanks to Timmy and, inadvertently, Cartman.
Well, guys, I guess now you see what I was up to all along. I dressed up like a handicapped person and lost the Special Olympics on purpose so that Jimmy could learn his lesson about steroids.
Number 2, censorship in China.
Oh, and then Kenny learned to play bass watching YouTube videos of John Lennon with the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, no, we don't want to go there. Talking about the Dalai Lama doesn't go over well with the Chinese.
The what?
Being such a controversial show, censorship has always provided commentary for South Park. Freedom of speech even led to a war against Canada in the 1999 feature film. While the US and the Great White North have since buried the hatchet, Randy had a bone to pick with China in Season 23. Due to China's economic impact on the US entertainment industry, many American companies have played ball with the country's regulations, despite how unusual some of them sound.
Fine, I can handle some healthy competition. Who else wants to go to China and get some of their money? Oh, for crying out loud.
Winnie the Pooh, for example, was banned in China after Xi Jinping was compared to Disney's interpretation.
Some people said Pooh looked like the Chinese president, so we're illegal in China now.
Jesus,
What kind of madhouse is this?
It shouldn't come as a surprise that this episode got South Park banned in China. Randy and Towley would have some harsh words for the Chinese government the following week.
Wait, Towley, come on, I need you!
I'm never working for a company that's regulated by a communist government.
Okay. No more selling to the Chinese.
Number 1. Immigration. 1 year after the CBP was formed, South Park delivered a satire of illegal immigration that's still incredibly relevant. The immigrants in this episode travel from a bleak future where the world has become overpopulated and destitute.
Hey, Stanley, you need to understand something. Those people from the future have had a hard life. Where they come from is dirty and overpopulated and poor. You can't even imagine the kind of depression they come from.
By venturing back to the 21st century, people are able to make enough money to provide for their families in the 4th millennium.
Looks as if the job at Wendy's did work for the original immigrant. This second arrivee claims that man's family is now much better off and wishes the same for his family.
Modern workers, however, argue that this is taking away their jobs, or gerbs, as some might say.
They took our jobs! Yeah, they're down. Took our jobs. They did.
As funny as the episode is, it's also harrowing to think that so little has changed since 2004. For all we know, this could still be a serious issue by the time we get to 3045. After all, satire may be our greatest window into the future. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.